Welcome to this second module in this risk management class from Value Transformation. In this module, we will discuss how project scope, strategy, and tactic selection detract or contribute to project risk. We are going to discuss a few project attributes that either reduce risk or increase the risk to our project success. The scope of the project can add risk, degrading our ability to succeed or meet the project objectives. Increasing size of the scope increases the need for a heroic effort, as we may barely have a foothold on achieving the objectives. Studies can tell us something about long-running projects and the risks that are posed. We can critique our project strategies and tactics to see what other risks we may be adding due to these methods. We do not improve our chances of success by selecting a scope that does not match the time and talent available or does not fit our cost or other organizational constraints. Consider, for example, the situation wherein the organization is to meet some regulatory requirement. Two options are available. One that requires an entire rework of the existing system that will take considerable time and coordination, and another alternative which consists of making new drop-in subsystem to fit within the context of the existing system. The former will take considerable time and when pressed up against a very fixed introduction date, perhaps should take a back seat to the latter, which is a small increment or extension to the existing systems. A mismatch of scope to any of these and many more will bring additional risk to the project. There are numerous studies that indicate as the scope or size of the project increases, the probability of success decreases. Rose-colored glasses will not save you. Once the project is underway, it is difficult to dissuade the sponsor regarding the objective or alter expectations. The longer we allow a preconceived notion to persist, the more difficult it will be to alter that perspective. As we can see, or perhaps even innately know, the scope of the project itself can present risks to success. The study from the Standish Group is one of many that show project size has implication on success rate. Though this has an agile approach included, it is easy to see that an appropriately sized waterfall project can be successful. We also see that as the project size grows, so too does the failure rate for both agile and conventional or waterfall projects. The scope of the project puts us on the path towards success or failure as well. Again, there are numerous studies available, one of which is from the Standish Group that shows degradation of probability of success as the size of the project grows. What makes this worse? Studies also suggest that many product features will go unused by percentage. A stunning 45% of features in the product may never be used, and a lowly 7% are always used. This is according to Jim Johnson from a keynote speech XP 2002 in Sardinia, Italy. What does that mean? This means we put our projects at risk for essentially nothing, given that many of the features will go unused. We pay for the feature, or the customer does, and these additional features add risk to the project but will not likely be used by the client or the customer. Duration has an impact. From Jim Johnson and also the Standish Group, 1998 Chaos, A Recipe for Success report, a study of 23,000 projects indicated as project duration increases, the probability of success decreases. This may be a significant reason why Agile works so well, as that approach seldom goes beyond 4 weeks or 1 month, and I've seen 6 weeks work as well. Start off on a good foot. Think about the objective and the strategy and tactics that will most likely produce the results you seek. To do this effectively, we should have a variety of perspectives and areas of disciplines critiquing our approach. Few people have the wherewithal to understand all of the risks associated with the strategy and tactic selections. Once the project is executing according to a strategy, even a poor one, it is difficult to change course and alter expectations. To ensure we select the best approach often requires putting a number of possible approaches on the metaphorical table. Each strategy will likely have benefits and drawbacks. we will need to understand how these pros and cons match against our objectives and what risks these bring to the project. To make this approach work, we will need to identify the objectives and any critical areas such as time, in the case of our project to deliver a product that meets regulatory demands. Once we have identified these items, we can then evaluate the strategies against these attributes and select the approach that seems most likely to deliver. We can use a decision matrix for our evaluation of both the strategy and the tactics we intend to employ in the project. If we think from a system perspective and take a systematic approach and include the other team perspectives, we can uncover the unique risks associated with each approach and determine the best solution. The approach with the fewest risks or least severe risk provide us with the greatest probability of success. We should not wait until a project approach, strategies, and tactics have been defined or set in stone before we start to consider risk. For decision matrix, we generally have two flavors. Neither are complicated. The weighted approach allows us to prioritize the areas under consideration rather than treat all attributes or areas of risk the same. It is a little more complicated than the non-weighted, but with spreadsheet programs this is not really a burden as the math is very simple. The Pugh Matrix is an example of a weighted decision matrix. There's a downloadable Pugh Matrix available at the Value Transformation website download area. Unweighted decision matrix also work. The class has a demonstration of a non-weighted example applied to a test strategy for the testing of a large vehicle system. In that instance, key variables were identified and each of the brainstorm approaches were compared. We can estimate the monetary costs associated with risk for any concept. For example, as we select our set of possible strategies, we can give each estimate of probability, perhaps employing historical data or subject matter experts to assess. The strategy comes with a monetary estimate as well. If we define the cost for the entire project with what we can derive for the risks associated for the entire project, that is, probability of failure, then we can see how much money is at stake, which provides us a clue about the risks associated. We can use this technique more in the detailed applications in future modules. In summary, our risk path starts the minute we select the topic or the approach to the project. The way we set up or execute the project adds or subtracts risks. Decision matrix, either weighted or non-weighted, can help our selection by comparing identified areas of risk with proposed strategies and tactics. This makes it possible to identify the best solution, maximizing probability of success and minimizing risk. We can monetize risk as a way to judge the impact on the organization. Contact Value Transformation personnel for training, coaching, and consulting on the topic of project risk management and many other project management and product development topics. We can come to your facility or an off-site of your choosing. We're available also on the weekend. Thank you.